This is the assembly instructions for the ModuBin. So today we're assembling a double unit, and you can see we set up a small table there as well. The first thing you do is cut open the packaging, and then once you cut open the packaging, you push out the box inside these bigger boxes. You're then going to use the bigger packaging, and that can be your base. Then you can lie it on top of these boxes so you don't scratch any of the pieces. You choose the area you want to have the ModuBin assembled and then set up next to that. You take out the components of the smaller box. And the first thing you're going to do is assemble a back and a side piece. So there's 4 screws. You use the black screws to mount the side piece to the back piece. And it's the same with the central divider. You connect the 4 screws in. Make sure not to over tighten these screws. And then you continue doing it on the other side also. If you have a triple unit, you're going to keep adding another divider and you add the extra screws in. But as we're only assembling a double unit, you put on another side piece and you put on the 4 screws. So there's a small bar here that you use to support the frame. In this video we assembled 2 of these bars, but you actually only need to assemble 1 of these bars. One's enough. The next thing you do is the front brace at the top, and on the sides it takes 4 screws, in the center it takes 8, and on the other side it takes 4. Then you put on the back brace at the top, and it's the same story. 4 on the sides, 8 in the center. Make sure to not over tighten these screws as well. And the front bottom brace, there's 2 on the sides, 4 in the center, and 2 on the other side. With these cross members, if you have a triple unit, you're going to have 1 bar that covers 2, and the other is going to be a single unit. So it's a 2 and a 1 to do a triple unit. Then at the bottom of the insides, you have the corner braces and the central brace and the other corner brace. You screw in these using the black screws. Next up is the lids. You put the shim in between them and make sure the component is pointing outwards, as shown here. Again, make sure not to over tighten these screws. Then you're going to screw on the lids with the 6 screws. And next up, you're going to put on the mounts for the gas struts. So it's 3 screws on either side. You just click the gas struts into position. Make sure the rod is on the bottom side. Next up is the doors, and you attach the brace onto the door, the longer braces. Make sure the brace is pointing down towards the bottom hinge. Before mounting the doors, make sure you move the ModuBin to its final location. This final location should be flat, because if it's not flat, this can result in stress in the product, which could lead to uneven doors. Next, you attach the magnets. There's one at the top, one on the bottom of each door. Next, you attach on the door handles using the black screws. Next is the door locks for the lids and the front doors. You can see here the direction that the hook should go into the top lid. And there's four main components: the handle, the hook, the lock nut, and the screw. You need an adjustable wrench and a screwdriver for this task. First, you push in the handle and you put on the lock nut. Have the handle in the flat position where you're putting on the lock nut, and then tighten it with an adjustable wrench. Place the hook over the handle. Slide into the square groove. Then put in the screw and tighten. Check and make sure you've done it correctly. You're going to do this for the lids and the front doors. It's the same story with the front door. Put in the handle first, then put on the lock nut. Give it a tighten with an adjustable wrench. Slide over on the square, the hook, and then put on the screw. Next, put on the rubber tops that protect the lid when it's being closed. Next is a small chain for the door. You attach this using the black screws in the position shown. This stops the door from overextending. Finally, you put on the lid chain. You can cut this down to the desired length, as when the lid's open, it should open the lid of your bin. We hope you enjoy your ModuBin. Thank you.